All right, guys, welcome to the interview of the week. I have Think Randy here. I'm so excited to be sitting down with him. We're going to get to know Randy a little bit about his passion, how he got into crypto. I really just want this all to be about Randy. So, Randy, without further ado, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, maybe a little bit, how you got into crypto, a little bit about
Sure.
yourself, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for just having me up here. The opportunity to talk to the Robert Doyle, the crypto sensei. I've been a big yeah, I know. I
I
well,
appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
stop it. Just stop it. No. well, I've been in the crypto space for about 2 years, and I remember the first time I got exposed to the community. I had friends talking about different meme coins and and talking about Bitcoin, and I was exposed to it probably, I don't know, a good 10 years before that. And I remember somebody telling me, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to be doing some Bitcoin mining. You should get into it." And I remember thinking, like, that's dumb. Like, Big, Bitcoin mining 10 years
Go nowhere.
ago, that's silly. Like, what are you talking about? But last year, I think I really picked up steam, and I have a business out in Arizona. We do a lot of marketing. We help like thousands and thousands of companies. We do a lot of merchandise. We do a lot of branding stuff, and like our mission was to be the place to go for brands to grow. And I was thinking, like, how do I integrate this, this space, this crypto space? Because I feel like there's something here. There's a future here
Yeah.
that is that if we don't jump on this now, then we are going to miss out on this wave. And I've seen it when the internet started, right? When the internet started, everybody started. There was a bullish time, and there was a bearish time, and then it was a bullish time again. And it's exactly the same thing I see here today. And so I started getting involved with projects and just getting really networked in. And I came across, the Kryptonaires. I just really loved that community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great. Came across it actually through James Pelton. He was talking
James.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old James, right? Um,
I got a funny story about James, but I'll share it after. I'll share it after.
okay, yeah, yeah. So I started getting connected into different communities, and I saw something that I like that kind of resonated with like who I am. Like, I love to see things grow. I love to see new technology. I love to see
Yeah.
something unique and different. And in this space, this is like there's no other space where you can connect with people on the level that you can. It's a 24/7 space. So one thing I was noticing is you see all these different projects, and some of these projects are out there, and I'm not sure what it is. There's a lot of projects out there that maybe their owner, like the project leaders, maybe they don't deal with marketing, or maybe they are just developers, or maybe they're really trying to just rug a lot of people, and all that stuff does happen,
It's a
right?
little bit of everything, right? It's a little bit of
Yeah,
everything.
it is. It is. So just because I am who I am, and I love to see like things work, and I've really been taking time working with projects kind of behind the scenes to,
Yeah.
to network in with them and look at these points, these pain points, and say, hey, you know what? Let's let's make you from here to like here. And it's really been fun. I've been having a really great time doing, even in this like this bear market. Like a lot of people run in the bear market. A lot of
Oh yeah. A lot of people have run, man. People are hiding in the hills right now. Still.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, like, projects are going down, the different markets are going down, Discords have a lower amount of activity right now.
Oh yeah.
Twitter spaces are smaller. But if you're a project, or if you're a person that really wants to dive into this space, like, there is no better time than right now.
Do you think, Randy, do you think, your background in Web 2 and everything that you've learned over the past, 10, 15 years, whatever it is that you've been in it, you think that's kind of helped mold you into being able to develop into this Web3 space? Is it kind of like the same lines of marketing? Are you having to change things in the background? What does that
Mhm.
look like for you?
Well, it's different. You know what? I think it helps. I think having just experience in marketing and business just helps in general, as just knowing different types of investment. it's a little bit of it's not a little bit, it's a lot more of a risk in this space because there's a lot of bad actors and a lot of different things like that. But in the marketing world, there's a lot of things that are the same. It's
Got
just done a little bit differently. Like web 2, you have, you can do a lot of different types of advertisements and different types of influencer type things, where in web 3 it's very heavy in Twitter, it's very heavy in YouTube, it's very heavy in Discord, and you don't get that in web 2. Web 2, you might not even touch Twitter, you might not even know what Discord is.
Bro, real story. I had Twitter, but I was not tweeting before I found crypto. Like Twitter didn't exist for me as a person, right? I was maybe on Facebook sometimes, but I'm at that age where I didn't want everything I was doing to be online. But you have to understand Twitter to really, figure out the crypto space, right? Because there's certain things around crypto that you have to know to really be able to research or understand things, right? It's Telegram, which I hate because it's a pool of scammers. But Telegram, Twitter, and Discord are like the three major things you need for crypto. How have you been able to, develop, marketing tools and strategies around those things, or have you been like, do you use Twitter
Sure.
market? I mean, where's your strongest suit, I guess, in marketing?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing is, and there's the word marketing is a broad term,
Yeah, true.
right? So a lot of times when people say marketing, they immediately jump into saying, you know, what's your Twitter game? Like, what is your,
How many
what is your YouTube game, right? But marketing, at least to me, is how do you bring a brand closer to the people that want to pay attention to you?
brilliant.
And there's it can be done in a lot of different ways. It could be using influencers. I think influencers in general are more like the turbo boost. It's not the strategy,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, some of the web 2 things like kind of like the email campaigns and stuff like that, that
MailChimp.
that the yeah, absolutely, the processes are still the same, the methods are different.
Yeah.
So where you may still have a little bit of email, but you will have more Discord. You'll have heavy into Twitter. I also don't like Telegram. I think
Yeah.
Telegram for me is a devolved version of Discord.
I completely agree.
Uh, and every day I'm like blocking like different channels. It's like, come on, stop it, stop
I
it, stop
I
it.
I avoid Telegram like it's the plague, man. Like I have to get, like, if there's a customer or a client, right, that there's like, hey, I only use Telegram. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to do this today. I'll get on it. But man, it really is just like filled with people are like, hey, I'm gonna send you 5 Ethereum if you send me 0.2 Ethereum, and it kind of gets you. Let me ask this, Randy.
Sure.
So you've been in crypto how many, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, or has it been longer?
Well, it's been 2 years where I've been
Okay.
really diving deep into it. It's been putting my toes in the water for probably 3 or 4, right?
Gotcha. What are there any cryptocurrencies that are, close to your heart? Like I know I have some that, I just talk over and over about, but what's important to you, man? Like what are you invested?
Are
What's
you is that like are you talking about blue chip wise or just regular
anything
altcoins?
you want, brother? Like I guess here I'll give you my example, right? I
Okay.
can't get over XRP and like DAG
Oh,
and
we know. Yep, yep.
yeah, and quant, things like that. Like those are the future of everything. So in my opinion,
Yeah.
but what is important and passionate for you?
Well, I do like DAG. I like what they're doing. I like the what their goals are, and I like that they have vision a
Yeah.
lot. I like that. So I do own some DAG. I like that I like the whole Constellation network.
Ecosystem.
Uh, yep, I love that. On the blue chip side, I mean, it's hard not to like Ethereum. I mean, it's just like it's
Okay.
there. I'm not a Bitcoin maxi at all. I do like the Avalanche network a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do, and in the altcoin world, I'm a big fan of Sphere. I like the stuff that they build, and I love the environments that they build. I like what else do I like a lot? As far as the altcoins, those
Those
There's a
main,
couple yeah, those are the main ones. The major projects I really love following right now. Alpha shares. Uh,
yeah, I
yeah,
do
Alpha
know
share.
Tyler.
Then
Shout out to Sub out there. What's up, Tyler?
yep, yep, and there's some upcoming projects that I'm really starting to follow. It's harder now with this being a bear market because people don't want to spend money on marketing, which I agree, but I mostly disagree.
Yeah, yeah,
But what they're doing is a lot of people are building right now, which means you just have to hunt a little bit more
yeah.
for that project. But the projects that are building right now, they're the ones that are going to pop off when things go nuts again.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I think there is, I think there's certain teams, right, and developers that really don't have a marketing bone in their body. Like I wouldn't be good at marketing, right? I would just be like, oh, I'm gonna try this for 10 minutes and that doesn't work. So, my ADHD is jumping around. But marketing is a very important piece, right? Because it's like you said, it's connecting the project to the community. And without that community, you really don't have a project, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
marketing is very important. Do you talk to your friends or family about crypto at all? Or are you that
Oh,
guy,
that's
is
oh
that
man,
taboo
that's
type
a
of thing?
that's a touchy subject, man.
It
That's a
is.
yeah. Like if you were to talk to my wife, she would just be like, I don't want you to talk about this to
Yep.
me. Don't, nope, not interested. You do your thing. That's not what I want to talk about. But on
Yeah.
the other side of things, I have family members. I have lots of friends that are. There's a lot of allure to crypto.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like people that like the high risk game or that like the to be a first starter or somebody that wants to try that new thing. Let's face it, crypto's not an easy thing to jump into.
No.
Like if you jump in, like if you talk to somebody and you're like, hey, what's a MetaMask? Like that should be the intro conversation piece to have a test of like how much do you know.
Yeah. Or information about your seed phrase, right? How to keep it safe. Don't keep it on your computer or your cell phone. But I do think as crypto evolves, right, over the next couple of years, I do think the bridge to entry is going to be easier. I think corporations and big businesses are looking, right, because EU is already pushing regulation for cryptocurrency, right? United States has to be pretty close behind, because if not, you can't have one side of the financial system on this new system and the other side just clueless as hell, right? So I
Mm.
do think this is all going to come together here in the next 6 to 12 months. But there is still a lot of divide in the world. But you do have what 90% of central banks working on CBDCs, right? This is the future. You can't put it back in the box. And the sooner that you can start educating yourself and start growing, individually, is, I think, the better off you'll be. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think so. And when we were talking about how hard it is for people right now to just jump into crypto in the language, right? Like the wallet and different chains and trying to convert your fiat to a token and then move it to a different chain and use a bridge and do these different things.
Yeah.
And then the concept of gas in general is foreign.
Yep.
Like if you tell somebody, hey, in order for you to just approve a token is going to cost you money. Like that's foreign to somebody that is not in the space.
Yeah, you know how
Where
I explain that. I sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
no,
Well,
good, good.
you want to finish your comment, and I'll tell you the solution then.
Uh, well, go ahead and go. Tell us the solution, and
I
then I'm going to
interrupted
go
you.
into it. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry for that. So
No, no,
no,
you're good. You're good.
so, so when I talk to somebody new in crypto, right, I talk to them about using a network, right? And then, whenever you're using a network, you have to pay a fee to transact, right? And that's what the crypto is, right? Because most people think crypto's a scam, crypto's this, crypto's that. All it is software and technology being built on top of a ledger, right? A certain ledger. And if you want to interact with that ledger, of any kind, you have to pay a toll, right? A fee to do that. And so that's kind of like my super simple explanation. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, man.
No. You're good. I like to hear like what other people's input because I've I've had the conversation often, and what usually happens is uh, the conversation's like, hey, I just got into this one project, it just 4x, or it just 10x, or
Yeah.
it did this, and they're like, how do we do this? Like, how do I get into that? Like, I have a wallet. That's like, no, it's a different wallet. It's a different wallet. We'll set you up.
Yeah.
And after like a good 15 minutes, it's usually pretty good. But back to your kind of your question about like where you see like the crypto space and how to make how what is going to look. I agree. I think in this next 6 to 12 months is going to show a lot because the people that are in this space, the bear market flushes out things
Yep.
and it creates innovation. I've seen it in Web 2 with the start of the internet. It started up real big, it contracted, and then from that you had the emergence of the Amazons and the different companies that are like it just they're humongous now.
Conglomerates. Yep.
Right, absolutely. And what we're going to see here, at least from my perspective, is that there's going to be a heavy consolidation, and during this time, you have big media, big companies that will start scooping into the space and really capitalizing on this time of building. And you have these social media platforms that are already starting to integrate, right? You've got all the things from Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, and Twitter that are doing the PFPs for NFTs. You're going to start seeing even these marketplaces making it easier for people to get NFTs, which goes into the social media. And what that does is it's going to create a streamline of, of people understanding what an NFT is to the Web2 space. And then what's going to happen is in order for them to get that, they are starting to interact into this crypto space. And I think that alone is going to make a big difference. You're talking about billions of people.
Yep. Yeah, I do. I think you're right, man. I think over the next, year or two, you are going to onboard billions of people into crypto. And, if they can make it easier for people to, transact or, because the hardest thing, right? This is why I created a community, right? Because I was so inspired when I started learning about crypto, man. Like I really, I didn't leave my house for weeks. Like I just was glued to Twitter. I was glued to YouTube and I was learning and I was absorbing. But when you go to explain all of this to someone, your brain is going 1,000, and you think they're keeping up with you, and they're like, "Yeah, I understand." But really, people get lost very quickly because if you're sending crypto from your wallet to an exchange, you need to have like a memo on certain cryptos, and people don't understand that, and they lose money. I just think making it easier for people altogether is going to onboard billions of people. And that's really what we're looking for is mass adoption, right? Let me ask you this, Randy. Working in marketing in the Web3 space, right? I know some marketers, but I think you do marketing very well. You have a great reputation. If there are projects or people out there watching this that want to get in contact with you to help maybe their project grow, what would be the easiest way for people to do that?
Sure. Yeah. Great question. And I love working with projects, whether it's a matter of helping out with their team or just consulting or just even looking at things and just saying, hey, uh, you have a puzzle and you're missing these pieces, or maybe you have a puzzle and you have the pieces, they just don't connect.
Yeah,
And I can help out with that. I mean, I have a passion to just help out
you
the
do.
space because I know that together in this space and this time, the people that either network and work and help out these either the projects or different communities, those are the people that are going to be on top, and you're going to be seeing these projects grow and do some really beautiful things in the future. So if they want to connect with me, they can connect with me over Discord. It's at Think Randy.
Okay.
You can find me in the Kryptonair space. You can find me. I'm always hanging out in the Alpha Shares area too.
Yep.
So find me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me. You cannot find me on Telegram. You will never ever find me on Telegram. Well,
Good.
I'll take that back. I'll take that back. When I'm asked to go, I'll be there.
When I'm
I'll be
asked to
there.
go. When you're forced to walk the plank, right? You have to jump
Right.
into Twitter's pool.
Right. Yes, but I have an open door policy. I'm fully transparent. As you can see, I'm doxxed up. I mean,
Yeah.
I have an in real life business, and even the anonymous space, the whole idea of being anonymous, I get it. I respect it. That's just not who I am because I do have a business. It's a multi-million-dollar uh, branding and marketing company, and I'm used to being to talking with people like yourself and interacting. And in the Web3 space, you don't necessarily get that, but I think that a lot of people, it gives them comfort knowing that the person that they're dealing with isn't afraid to, and it's not about being afraid, but uh, is okay with seeing who you are, seeing the expressions on your face, and seeing that you are authentic and you're real, and that you want to interact on a certain level.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Before we end here, Randy, is there anything you'd like to say, or anything that you wanted to maybe bring up or talk about, kind of as we kind of wind down this segment here?
Well, I mean, anything in particular that I want to talk about? Well,
Of
I
course.
think no, not necessarily. I mean, I think right now, like I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I'm even talking to you right now. I'm blessed to be a part of the Cryptonaires community. I'm blessed to work with the projects that I'm working with like talking to like Alpha Shares and Space Fund and some other projects that are out there. Some of those projects don't want me to say what the projects are because I do work a lot behind the scenes,
Yeah.
but I feel blessed to work with them, and I encourage everybody like in this space, and I think this is where I would like to leave off actually, is in this space you are, especially at this time, people run in fear
Yeah.
because it's a bear market. They see token values are down. They see people not in this space. But where you change your perspective, what you look at is a direction that you are going to go in. So if you look at the projects that are always going down and you look at other people talking that have that FUD type of mentality, you're going to feel that and you're
Yep.
going to not want to be around. But just as many people that are doing that, there are other people that are building, that are growing, that need people to boost up their community, to contribute on the art level, to be able to shill and promote and to really work with these projects. So if you are somebody that is in the space and you're like, hey, this is a bear market, this is this is a time to hibernate. No, this is a time to be known and get out there and talk to people and to experience this on a real level. And if you do it now, when it's hot, you'll be on top.
Man, that was a fantastic way to finish, man. I can't say anything better than what you just said, man. So I really appreciate you coming on as one of my first people to interview. If you're a project, you're a community out there, and you need a solid team to go behind the market, think Randy is probably one of the most genuine people I've ever met in the crypto space. So go ahead and reach out to him. And it's just an honor and a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Thank you so much for your time. And I wish you all the best, and we'll work together going forward.
Yeah,
Make some money, and we'll have a lot of fun, man. I hope to have you back maybe in a couple months, and we'll do another one of these. All right?
absolutely. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. You have a great day. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.